wow, can't believe it. It's been 10 years. It does not feel like that long. But then when I think about our alumni and everyone that's come through the program and where they are now, and where we were year one, it's pretty amazing, and it feels pretty special to have been a part of it.
We had people in the crowd during our warm-ups, and like a lot of times women's basketball, we don't get that type of crowd. But when I like stepped out for warm-ups and there was just so many people already there, I was like, oh my goodness, like the nerves just came.
I was an emotional wreck. The whole warm-ups, I was like, don't look, like just focus on the court. Like I really didn't want to look, but there were a couple of times where I knew I was like, I've got to take this in. And even seeing pictures back, like I still didn't even realize being in the moment that many people were there.
We go back and we have our pregame meeting right before we're supposed to come out. And I think Coach Lisa did a really good job kind of calming our nerves, because I know that it was wild. There was so much support there and so much just love in the air for women's basketball. Finally having a team at the school, and you could just really feel that in the atmosphere. And I'll never forget the moment, like when the buzzer went off and everybody rushed the whole court, and it was just so many people on the court. It was unforgettable, incredible feeling just to have everybody out there with us.
When we started the program 10 years ago, there was so much success already in this athletic department, and there were so many amazing coaches, so much support from everyone over here. Really, it was, try to get us to the level that everybody else was at, because everybody else was already successful in the classroom, already successful, on the field and the court, and just had such amazing student athletes here. So I kind of took that and said, well, let's follow the blueprint, bring in some amazing young ladies, and see if we can build our culture to have it reach where that athletic department already was, because Embry-Riddle is such a special place. When I took over Embry-Riddle, the administration here did a really good job. They hired me and gave me a year to kind of put the program together, a year to recruit and build everything. Hired an amazing assistant. Shannon Murphy came in and was a huge part in building the program and the recruiting that we did. We had some choices. We could either recruit a ton of transfers and junior college players to bring in experience right away and win right away, or bring in some freshmen, which we ended up bringing in a good amount of freshmen that year and letting them be a part of building it for 4 years. And so we went with option 2 and went for some really special young ladies. That first year program, we did have a couple junior college players that were really amazing as well, and that brought a little bit of experience for us. But the vision was to bring in some ladies that really took pride and wanted to be part of that foundation. They chose us because of that, and they knew walking in that 1 year we'd be able to play NAIA and compete, and then the other 2 years of their college career would be basically can't compete for anything. We're playing, we're building, we're laying the foundation, but we can't win a championship. We can't go to the NCAA tournament. We can't win any individual awards in the conference. And so that was a huge sacrifice for them. And it took a special kind of student athlete to do that, but they all came in knowing that.
As like an 18-year-old coming into college, like I had no idea what to expect. And every other person that's going in to play college at my age, they have somebody to follow. They have that team leader that's already there, that's in place, that knows how to take a freshman under their wing. And like I didn't really have that, besides like Sadie's, which was a sophomore transfer, and a couple others, but it was still new. Like I didn't know everybody, and it took a while for us to get pretty comfortable with each other. And I think that not having someone to follow was one of the big pain points in my freshman year.
It was really hard because other athletes get to go into a program and know the standard, right? And like know what their culture is and how they play and how they do things. And so for us, like being 17, 18, 19 years old and kind of being given that and, hey, create a culture while also create chemistry with these girls you never met and do it in 3 months because we play in 3 months, and also work on your game and also go to this really competitive school, right? Like it was a lot at one time. I feel like we had this overarching, not even like pressure, but almost where it was like, we know that we're setting this up for girls who might not even be born yet, like who are 5, 6, 10 years old, and we're setting this standard and the groundwork now for girls that we might not ever meet, and kind of having that overarching like goal, I think was always in the back of our head. So really everything that we did, I think, was kind of had that pressure to it, but was challenging because we really did want the best for the program and we wanted to set it up the right way. I remember that first year we had one of our many sessions of just talking about culture and what we want to be known for and things like that. And we specifically had to write down, like, if we had to ask other teams in the conference, like, who is Embry-Riddle women's basketball, right? Like, why would they be afraid to play us? Or like, what are we known for? And I think that's something that we carried through even with switching divisions, was just like, we wanted to be known for like being tough, and we wanted to be known for, you know, never giving up and having really smart play, but then also having like multiple weapons.
Off the court, we always knew we wanted to have like a certain grade point average. We had goals for that type of thing. And I think it helped, like, going into like the athletic department that we're in, everybody's smart, everybody has a good culture. So it's like, we didn't have that team in place before us for women's basketball, but we did have other teams to look up to and to kind of like bounce ideas off of, which was very beneficial for creating the culture off the court as well.
I came to Embry-Riddle all the way from Canada because it's a family. I mean, just meeting Coach Lisa and meeting everybody, you just instantly feel like you're at home. I will say that academics is a really huge deal for my family. And when we had first came here, seeing all the extra resources that we had available, not only across the street with like the regular campus, but also here within athletics in the athletic department, that was a really big thing. And then over time, just having the amount of support that I had here really sold me on the whole family aspect, feeling like I was really cared for and it wasn't just strictly business, that it was more than that.
I chose Embry-Riddle because of its great education. It's close to home, being from Orlando, and I just love the atmosphere here. My coach really sold it, that it was a family atmosphere, and I just love it.
Building a program is definitely not easy. It takes a village. I have been really fortunate to have some amazing assistant coaches. Shannon Murphy was here the first 5 years and helped build the culture, and then Sarah Taylor has come in the last 5 years and helped maintain it. And both of them had their hand in so many things and so many standards and so many traditions that we have here. Could not have done it without them, as well as the support of the administration.
One of the things that makes our culture so unique here at Riddle is these player binders that we get every single year at the beginning of the year. They're broken up into a student, person, and a player section, and within those sections we really just talk about our goals and our core values of our team that we hold up to a standard. And one of the most special things that I find in this book is that at the very end there are a bunch of different letters from every single one of our alumni that have come through this program. And so it's super special to just be able to read through all of these things that our alumni have spoken about. And they include things like life after college and what it's like to transition from playing a sport to no longer being in that sport, and just things that they've really carried with them and advice for us.
I do feel like I can reach out to any of them and be so comfortable and know that they will tell me something that will help me grow as a woman. And I just love that we have a group of ladies that I can reach out to just to get some insight on life or basketball or just life after college.
There needs to be a lot of props given to Coach Lisa and Coach Murphy for those first couple of years. It's not easy handling a bunch of young women, especially ones that don't know each other. So there's a lot of props given to them for teaching us how to mesh, how to lead, how to bond with each other. Like, a lot of the things that I came into college, I was like, I got how to market, how to yes, all of that. You don't really think about a lot of the things off of the court, like being a student athlete, trying to like get recruited. So I think they put that into perspective and hold us accountable in the classroom, and to make sure we're connecting with people outside of just our team or just outside of athletics in general. They do a really, really good job forming us into young women. So when we go into the workforce, that we're ready. We know what to expect and how to continue to grow.
When we were in it and we had to submit a resume to be a captain, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. I don't even have a resume. I'm a basketball player. But it was, looking back, obviously like setting us up for success in our future and our future careers and for our future self.
As a graduating senior, I will be taking a lot of things with me as I leave. One of the most important being relationships. I have grown to love every single one of my teammates that I've played with, and also just networking. Our coaches have set up a great way for us to talk to other women in the workforce through Hoops and Heels, and just learning how to talk to professionals. I have definitely grown in that area. And then of course, just learning how to play with different people on our team. When I go into the workforce, I'll be dealing with that every day. So that has definitely helped me, and I have grown tremendously from that.
We've been fortunate enough to have so many great experiences because of the support of the community, the support of the university. We've been able to take trips and give amazing student athlete experience. We've been able to go to Costa Rica, we've been able to go to Hawaii, we've been able to go to Spain. We're going to a tournament in Vegas this year, and that opportunity for the student athletes to be able to travel together and bond and experience that together has been amazing. And it's been fun for me as a coach and a mom to see them experience that together and have that memory for the rest of their life. And then I think the best thing, if I had to pick my favorite memory, it's not really one thing, it's just to see the relationships that they all built. Got to go to one of their weddings, a couple weeks ago, and see some of the players come back and experience that with their teammate. Those are special memories, to see the bond that these girls create while they're here playing a sport.
Like going to Hawaii was amazing. Seeing that, being in that type of environment with the team was, it was just insane. It was beautiful, and it was, I don't know, it was just so nice. Like that, there's no other word for it. It was just amazing, and to have the opportunity, that was great. And then, if I can add one more, it'd be Spain. We got to go to Spain, and that was also so sick.
Definitely making the tournament last year and just being the first team that's done that since I've been here, and just making my mark, and hopefully going to do that again this year.
And it's really, really special. And so I think we're just really, really proud of what they are as a young lady when they leave our program. Obviously, they grow as a player. We win games, fight for championships. But how they leave this university and the fact that they enjoy their experience, but they're ready for the real world, to me, that's probably the most proud a coach could be. And I think our program is there. I think it took a while to get there, but and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears from the foundation players. But when a player leaves our program, I really, truly hope that they have enjoyed their experience and they're ready for the real world after basketball and college. I will say the first 10 years has been a huge amount of growth. Building the culture was hard. But I think maintaining the culture is just as hard, if not harder. And so every player that comes in this program, we have a mantra that we talk about, or a team book, and it's how to be a great teammate. It's a hard hat, 21 ways to be a great teammate. It's all over our locker room walls. And that's what we harp on every day, is what are you doing to be the best teammate you can be every day, whether it's with your schoolwork, in the community, in practice every day, in the weight room, in the training room, everything you do to be a great teammate. And so I think if we can continue that, we can continue the success we've had off the court, we can continue the success we've had on the court, and hopefully continue to have them all have a great experience and enjoy each other. So if everybody is being a great teammate and is working hard for each other, it continues to keep the culture going. And I will say, every senior class that comes through, they end up maturing, and they take a lot of pride in leaving the place better than they found it. That's another thing that they all say. This year we're lucky enough to have fifth-year seniors, and that hasn't happened before in the program. And they've been here for 5 years, and they are taking a lot of pride in the next generation and making sure they know the standards. And so next 10 years of Embry-Riddle women's basketball, hopefully it's continues to maintain the culture that we have. Everybody continues to have a great experience, and we win a championship along the way.